What's up, you guys? So in the spirit of New Year, New Me, starting the year off on our healthy grind, both when it comes to our physical health as well as our economical health, I wanted to share with you guys how I plan my meals for each week as well as how I budget. Hey guys, so before we continue with today's video, I want to thank our sponsor, which is none other than Dossier. I've been working with Dossier for many a year now, and they continue to be one of my favorite all-time fragrance brands. They do have their own collection that is the Dossier brand collection, but most all their scents and what they are known for is inspired by fragrances of all of your cult designer favorites. So what's so cool is you can go on their website and type in anything and the dupe will show up. This is one of my favorites and one of their all-time bestsellers, Ambre Saffron. It is based on Baccarat and it smells exactly like it, y'all. Literally anytime I wear it, if I get into an Uber, if I'm at the grocery store, if I'm just literally like walking, minding my own business, somebody will say that I smell so good and always ask what it is. And typically if they guess what scent it is, they get it right. And I'm like, I mean, no, I actually will plug my code, like I've done that in real life. So definitely use my code for that discount. They also have candles and room diffusers. I love their Ambre Cherry room diffuser. I have two now, so one is in my bedroom and one is in the living room. And I love their Ambre vanilla candle. So if you haven't tried Dossier yet, I would definitely recommend them. It is a great gift idea as well because it's luxurious, it's chic, the packaging is very chic. It comes with a little card that has all the information on it, the different notes, as well as what it's inspired by. So this is your sign to try them if you have not yet. Thank you so much to Dossier to continue to support me and my channel and provide amazing fragrances, of course. And let's continue on with the rest of the video. So I definitely have to be on top of it when it comes to grocery shopping. When I first moved here, I definitely was not cooking at all. It was a lot of eating out, taking food to go, but I think it's a lot healthier and just more cost effective to cook at home, plan out everything, and meal prep. So the first most important thing is to write a grocery list at the beginning of every week. I will typically either do this at the end of the week or on Sunday, depending on which day I'm gonna go grocery shopping. What really helps me is to start out with a list of everything that we already have. Sometimes there's still a meat in the freezer, sometimes there's leftover vegetables, and I always like to write down what oils that we have, as well as rice and just those pantry things that you don't necessarily need to buy every week. I think it's just good to stay on top of what you already have so that you can plan for that bigger grocery haul when you're gonna need to buy the oil, the rice, the beans, I don't know. Then I will start by making the meal plan. I don't want to say the most important meal of the day is dinner, but I feel like that's the most important thing to plan because breakfast, it's like I already kind of know what I'm gonna eat for breakfast every day. Lunch, it's kind of like depends on the dinner, you know, because maybe I'll have leftovers, maybe part of the chicken from last night I can turn into something else for lunch the next day. But dinner is where we want to switch it up the most. I feel like for me, dinner is usually the biggest meal, which some people say breakfast should be your biggest meal, but so I like to plan out all the dinners, and this is important for a lot of different ways. Number one, it helps you to not waste what you buy. It also helps you save time throughout the week. I really take my time and plan which meal is going to go on which day depending on what I'm doing that week. Maybe I have to do something where I'm going to be out of the house until later in the evening, so that day it's like I want something that I can just heat up or something really quick like pasta. And then I can also reference this for lunch and having leftovers and things like that. So once I have the dinners planned, I can go off of that to plan the lunches. And then again with breakfast, I know what breakfast foods that I'm gonna eat, like eggs, bread, yogurt, sometimes a frozen waffle, fruit. So that doesn't really have to be planned out, at least for me. Some people might find it helpful to plan that out as well, but I feel like as long as I plan out the dinners for each day, everything else kind of falls into place. So when it comes to making the actual grocery list, I like to plan with the most important things first, such as the proteins. For me, that looks like typically a ground beef, a whole chicken, sometimes a pack of chicken breasts or thighs, and I kind of go in priority from there. So then I'll go with like the breakfast items, produce, fruit, and then I'll start writing all the frozen stuff I need. And then after all that, I will write down the fun stuff like snacks and kind of unnecessary items that it's like we want, but they're not as much of a priority. This also helps when you are grocery shopping to get all the important stuff first, and if you are adding up your total as you shop, which you definitely should if you're on a budget, you don't have to go put stuff back because you saved all that stuff till the end anyway. This just makes the whole grocery shopping experience so much more efficient, and you just have a plan for the week so you know what to expect, and then if things don't go to plan, you will have food for the week after. I really like to put things in the freezer, and again, sticking to the budget. Some weeks you might go a little over, some weeks you might go a little under, but as long as you have a plan of what it is that you're gonna do and cook, and you stick to that, it literally just makes everything else feel so much easier. So when it comes to actually meal prepping, I feel like for me, what comes to mind is like a fitness person, which like no offense if this is you, but I just have never enjoyed doing this, where they have like the little like to-go containers and they just like make 7 meals and put it in the fridge. Like, it's gonna go bad by the end of the week. I'm not gonna want that taste at the end of the week. So for me, what I like to do is maybe make a few things in advance, like a rice, or have some pasta in the fridge ready to just heat up for lunch or like a quick dinner. But I more so like to just go off of the plan for the week, and then like the night before plan something or prep something, and that way it just keeps it fresh and interesting. If you are really on a time crunch, maybe you work really late hours and also have kids, or whatever the situation may be, for some people it does work to just pre-make a lot of stuff in advance. It just really depends on what works the best for you. I'm not knocking that. It's just like, for me personally, I don't really enjoy doing that because I just know myself, like if I do that, a lot of food's gonna go to waste. But maybe for someone else it's not going to. Let me know if you guys have a specific day that you like to grocery shop. I think for us it just really depends on our schedule, typically towards the end of the week rather than like a Sunday, and that way too I feel like it's less busy. And then on a weekend we're more likely to want to make a meal that's going to take a little longer because we have the time, so we can get something fresh. Like, let's say I want to make salmon. I don't typically want to buy a fresh salmon and then make it like 2 or 3 days later. I want to make it that night that I know it's fresh. So if I get it on like a Friday, I can make it that night, or Saturday maybe, have time to make it because it's not a work week, like it's not one of the work week days, and then it's fresh, and then the other meats can go in the freezer for the rest of the week. A really big tip I have to save money, especially if you're someone that likes to work out, get your protein intake in, which y'all should be doing that regardless if you work out or not. But if you just want to eat healthier and be more cost effective, it's so much more important to prioritize eating like whole foods, real foods. And they say, you know, shop at the outer aisles of the grocery store, don't shop in the middle aisles for majority of your foods, you know? So if you're eating a lot of things like rice, beans, like other grains, vegetables, meats, if that's your thing, it's going to be healthier for you. You're going to save money because like rice, I mean, some rice is expensive, y'all. Groceries in general are expensive right now. That's like part of why I'm making this video. But that's so much more cost effective than buying like the little like microwave bags of rice. Like go invest in the 20-pound bag of rice. You'll have it for like a month, more than a month. So that's another tip, I guess, is to also buy in bulk, because those foods you can buy in bulk. The pre-packaged stuff, stop buying it, or again, add it at the very end if you have leftover in your budget and it's like your treat. There was a while earlier, like in 2023, and I'm not saying that was like my first time shopping at Trader Joe's, but like we were going to Trader Joe's for all of our groceries pretty much, and then we just found like, okay, we're not even necessarily Trader Joe's fans in the sense of like, we're not looking forward to their next frozen meal that's coming out, you know? I think they do have some really good deals on some stuff, like the Greek yogurt there I found is typically cheaper than at other grocery stores, but those aren't specific Trader Joe's like niche items. Oh my god, like I need to follow the Trader Joe's pages because and I get it, not to criticize anyone or bully anyone, because that works for some people, or it's like, again, you don't really want to cook, you're like out of time, but it's like, okay, this is cheaper than eating out. Like, I get you, but if you want to be healthier and more cost effective overall, it is worth the little extra time it's going to take to like make rice yourself or prepare something in advance. It definitely is effort, bro, but like it's worth it because you save money, you're healthier, and it lasts longer. And again, it's good to have those things in a pinch, but I think in general, I like most of my meals to be just like healthy basics. And that does not mean bland, that does not mean not flavorful, but yeah. So I wanted to bring you guys along while we grocery shop for this week, so let's get into that. like this. If you have any other questions, I just did a what I eat in a day on my TikTok, IG, and my YouTube shorts, but let me know if you want a full YouTube video that's more in depth about what I eat. Let me know if you do anything that I suggested in this video, if like you already do that, or what you do to plan your meals, or how do you feed yourself? Like, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye everyone.